The whole song was built upon this drum loop that they lifted from their other song called Night Fever, and it plays relentlessly through the entire track, a perfect disco beat. Now they masked that drum loop so cleverly, and this is one of the genius parts of this production, is there's a track of percussion, triangle, hi-hat scoops, timbali hits, and cymbals. And when you play that with a drum loop, it sounds like this. Here's an example of a timbali fill on that track, and with the drum loop. And we have electric bass played with a pick. This is on the chorus. Now here's a strummy acoustic guitar track that sounds like it was in an open tuning, and you don't really notice it in the mix, but it is there because there's a few little clinks on this track that you can hear in the actual mix, and we're still on the first chorus here. And here's that classic electric guitar riff. This is the second electric guitar part that interlocks with that first guitar part in a very syncopated way. This is at the pre-chorus, just by itself. And here's the second guitar part with the first guitar part. This great Rhodes piano. And here's what all of those tracks we've heard so far sound like played together, and we're not even done yet. Sometimes disco doesn't get enough credit for using real strings and real percussion, but they did. Just listen to these strings. And here's a little synthesizer that supports those string parts. It sounds like an organ, but it's definitely a synth the way it bends. And here it is with the strings. And that little synth organ has a great moment in the intro where it swells up into what sounds like a backwards whoosh. By today's standards, it might be considered sound design. So of course I reversed that sound to see if it was something they had recorded forward and then just reversed for the track, and I'll let you be the judge. And here's the brass, the funky brass. Here's what the brass and the string section sound like together, and this is syncopated. And here's what it sounds like with the other instruments. And of course we can't do a breakdown without a little bit of those amazing vocals.
Feel the city breaking and everybody shaking, and we're staying alive, staying alive,